And we are live. Pops, welcome to the podcast.
Yes, my boy.
Don't forget, you need to be close to the mic.
I'm excited I'm as excited as you are.
Yeah.
The energy is So
The mic, Pops, come on, bring it into you. You need to swallow it, like
then we need to start.
Oh, you gotta pull it. We gotta pull it like this.
Okay.
Yeah. So what's up, Pops? How's it going?
I'm good, my boy. I'm good, and you?
I'm all good, Pops. This is our first podcast together. It's crazy, yeah?
It
feels exciting,
Yeah.
It feels really exciting. But I kind of think that these chairs are a bit like low, you know? But it's cool. It's cool. I need to have a beer, Dad. Can you open it for me? I can't open with my teeth.
But this will be edited, eh?
Pops, this is it, Pops. This is it. Come on. This is it. This is it. Why you want to edit out? I told you. Yeah, you're too old for this, for opening with your teeth, Pops. I need to learn how to do that so I can do it myself. Thank you.
Yeah.
So, Pops, how's things?
No, I'm cool. I'm good. Relaxed. All good. Can't complain. And it's good that we just being silly.
Yeah.
And spending time together.
Yeah.
And
how's our studio?
Yeah, the makeshift studio. Yeah. Lovely. I mean, you can't do better than this.
Yeah, you set this up. All credit goes to Dad for setting this up. This is crazy. You got the TV here, you got the gate over there, and you got the helmet.
you can't have it better than this.
Yeah.
It's a main studio. And the background is all good, and the energy is good. And so I'm excited.
I'm also excited, eh? But people who are watching mustn't think that this is our man cave. They mustn't think that, okay. So me and Dad, we come here because trouble whenever we bored or something like that. You know?
So tell me, how did you come up with this crazy idea that we should do this sort of thing and we should do a podcast? Or where is this coming from?
Yeah, crazy. I've actually been thinking about doing this for a long time, Pops. I've been thinking about, you know me, I've always got crazy ideas bubbling in my mind. I've just been thinking about doing something, you know, doing something for myself in terms of like on social media. I don't want to just have a social media account where I'm just posting memes and funny videos and stuff like that. I want to do something, you know, something worthwhile, something that I like, you know, and I've just been thinking about how, because I'll be honest with you, Dad, I've got some crazy ideas, and I love what I'm doing in terms of my career, digital marketing and all of that stuff. So I want to share what I know, what I think I know. I know I don't know a lot, but I just want to put it out there and just give it to the world. It's not. I don't know anything, by the way, but I want to share my nothing to the world. I want to share my nothingness.
The little you got.
You know,
the little you got with the world. No, that's okay. That's you being yourself. I think we all go through that where we the cup is never full, so to speak. We never stop to learn, and it's your experiences. I mean, what you know, I don't know.
Yeah. But there's a lot that you know that I don't know.
Same, yeah.
There's a lot that you need to teach me, you know. so yeah, Pops, it's gonna be crazy. What are we gonna call this podcast?
Just us.
Just us. You think that's nice?
I don't know these things. You know these media things better than I do. I'm sure it will evolve and take its own shape, and we need to be patient. We will get there where we will have. It's in its conception, right? obviously it will develop.
Yeah,
It will develop, yeah, and we will get there. Conception, pregnancy, baby,
yeah, crawl, walk, run. That's how it works. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. I would want us to just talk about anything and everything. You know how before we started, I just said we need to just go wild.
No, cool, my boy, cool. It's the spirit. That's one thing I enjoy. Being around you, just being us, and it's very funny that sometimes people think you're my friend.
Yeah.
And people always ask me twice, "Are you sure that's your son?
Yeah.
Are you sure that's your son?" And I'm like, "Oh, I changed his nappies. That's
I
my
peed in
boy."
your face.
Yeah. And it's life, and we live once.
Yeah.
We gotta enjoy it,
Yeah.
but with responsibilities, discipline, and everything that comes in between, as much as out of what people see, we all have our own episodes and everything. But yeah, it's great. I love being around you and the things that you teach me, and it's so funny that I find you sometimes looking after me. And you're like, "Oh, where's what's happening? Oh man, you're not looking good. You're trying to cheer me up." I'm like, is the shoe on the other foot now?
Yeah.
What's happening? Am I, but it's cool. It's all right.
Yeah,
I'm
it's because
lucky.
what I think about that is because now I got a little job. Now you think I must take care of you. Now I got a small job. Now you think, hey, this boy must be buying me groceries and taking me to the doctor and paying for my petrol and all of that.
Not really. No, for me, it's just to see you developing, seeing you happy, seeing you doing what you enjoy, and I feel like just seeing you doing things.
Yeah,
that's quite exciting. Though I feel a bit jealous about your brother. I spend more time with you, and But anyway, we were with him yesterday.
Yeah,
and we had lots of fun, and we tried to spend time with him weekends and what have you. But yeah, it's the way it is, and yeah, Shumba.
Shumba, you know how it goes. For the people that don't know what Shumba means out there, Shumba is it's our clan name.
It's our totem. We the lions.
The lions. Yeah, we're the lions. We're the kings of the jungle.
Yeah,
we're the kings of the jungle. And in Zim, Shumba in Shona, Shumba means lion.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And Shumba is like itakazelo zethu.
Shumba is the totem, is in Zulu kunesibongo, and as in Mabekbonga, when they say that poem where they thank you and whatever, that's more the poetic side of your totem. You get the Ndlovos, who are the elephant clan, the zebras, the dubes, we the Shumbas, in short, without really elaborating further. We the Shumbas, we the kings of the jungle, we the Nyakurungwas, we the salt people. Apparently we are the founders of salt in Southern Africa. That's where the Nyakurungwa part of it comes in. Nyakurungwa means, maybe in the culinary term, seasoning, salting. Salty, is an acquired taste, but anyway, that for another day.
I don't know how many times you said that. It's like this year, you said it like probably 1,000 times. It's interesting what you're saying, because like it's the first time I'm hearing this, and I'm really like I really want to know. We need to. I haven't been to Zim.
I know we're going.
We're going.
We're going. It's a trip that we have postponed a few times through different reasons, misfortunes, and everything.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's not a train smash. But I'm definitely gonna go.
I know, and seeing you doing your Shona lessons.
I might just leave you and go alone.
I know you're ready. You're going home.
I might just leave you and go alone. And
you won't be lost. You're going home. You got
Going
nieces, nephews, cousins, uncles, aunties. It's home.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a trip that's long overdue. I'm probably gonna. I would want to go for like a month. You know.
Maybe 3.
Even oh yeah.
I don't know how you're gonna do that because your passion to speak Shona, I know it's very strong. And
but how is it though? Is my Shona? The thing is now I'm not learning new words because you don't want to speak Shona with me. You're supposed to be speaking it every day when you see me. You're supposed to be like, hey, wena. That is, you're supposed to be like, hey, dipimbu, right? Or dipibi or something, you know? You're supposed to be saying it, like speaking it all the time, Pops. That's what I think.
Maybe. I think I'm to blame for that. I take the blame.
Yeah, it's
maybe.
Let's not play the blame game.
Yeah.
It's
fine.
matter.
You'll be fine. It's the ball is in your court. That's for you now to sort out. But yeah, that's what it's all about, and we're looking forward to that trip.
Yeah.
When I'm saying we, yourself, myself, your brother, mom, it's a trip that's long overdue.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen, and you want to be doing that more often on your own, that sort of thing. That's fine. So, yeah, it's home. There's no place like that's where you belong, and you feel strongly about it, and yeah.
I can't wait, I can't wait to go to Zim. I'll promise you not, Pops. I mean, not I promise you not. I shit you not, right? I've been thinking about just going there by myself because like you always say, this is a trip of finding myself for me.
Self-discovery.
You know, so like you remember the other time I told you, I told my friends I've never been, and they were like, hey man, let's go on a road trip, let's take a car and just go, backpack and pass like Swaziland and sleep there and buy beer and just have fun. But you were like, no, you need to go alone. And then I didn't switch on this camera. Just switched off. Alright, so and then for the people who are watching, I'm not gonna edit this out. This is what it is. This is what's going on. We don't have a producer or a director, so I need to do the directing, the shooting, the hosting, everything. I need to be, everything. I'm the everything. The light man, the cameraman. So anyway, what was I saying?
You're talking about the trip that when you were talking with your friends, it was more like a tourist excursion, and I felt your trip is different.
Yeah.
Yours is not to go to Vic Falls, to the Zimbabwe ruins and sightsee. You need to see people.
Yeah.
You need to go home.
I need to see Granny's grave.
You need to go spend time in walking the grounds that I walked as a child.
Yeah.
Go head cattle, go milk cattle, spend time with family and just be that you can do with your friends because it will be more just like, fun. You don't need that you can do later.
And with friends, I'd have to make sure that they've got a place to sleep when we get home and just make sure
yours
that
is
they've got
different.
everything.
When you're home, you'll sleep and eat whatever the people are eating and just be and help and do the chores that people do and so it's totally different and it's long overdue.
Yeah, it is long overdue, but it's never too late.
It's not too late, but that's never ending. But other than that, we've come a long way.
Yeah. Talk about coming a long way. How did we come here? How did we get to South Africa? How did I become a South African Tawanda? So tell me, how did that start? I want to know how you came to South Africa. You told me the story before. We're having a beer at Betting World, and then you didn't finish the story. I was so disappointed.
What story?
The story of how you were telling me about you had how you moved from Zim to Swaziland, and then from Swaziland you came to South Africa. You were staying in Pretoria. You were doing sales and selling stuff. I think SIM cards or something. And you said that you might have worked with DJ Spoo. You recognize him, but you don't know whether it was him or not. Tell me that. I want to know from the beginning. In fact, I want to know. I want to know from the time you were a sperm seed swimming in Grandpa's balls. That's what I want to know.
Yeah. Okay. Shortly, you asking where I am, where I come from. That's in brief.
Yeah. Not in brief. In detail. We got all the time in the world. Pops.
I'm your dad.
Oh shit! I didn't know. I thought I was adopted.
I come from a very big family.
Yeah.
Loving family. I was surrounded by a lot of brothers and sisters. Growing up, I had your aunties. You've met them, and after high school, I would start there, closer to when I could come to South Africa. Not knowing what to do after high school, I ended up going to Swaziland. My brother, Uncle Ranga, helped me to join him in Swaziland, where I did hotel and catering management course. Stayed in Swaziland with him, and he sponsored my studies there. Auntie Brenda.
Yeah.
Thanks to her.
Yeah, she's probably watching.
Yes, Kanya and them, the way, you know the stories. We always laugh and everything. We're still close to this day. I'm the uncle that they grew up with.
Yeah.
And when I finished my studies in Swaziland, I went back to Zim. I think that was around 93, thereabout. I got to Zim, and I worked in a very well-established 5-star restaurant and to my advantage, there were very few people who had formal training that I had.
Mm-hmm.
And I enjoyed it. At 21, 22, probably your age,
Yeah.
I was managing people older than me, maybe the youngest in the team.
Yeah.
The excitement and the exposure I had in Swaziland and my curiosity to life and the world, I just got bored.
So you got bored. You were in Zim now.
Yeah.
So you from Swaziland, you got all your hospitality training, and then you came to Zim, back to Zim.
Yes.
And then you
I was supposed to go to Zim, start a career in the hotels, work, and maybe retire in the hotels or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I got to Zim and
it just became blank and boring.
I'm working now. I'm like, I'm not having fun here.
Yeah.
Harare just became too small, and I just wanted more, and I wanted to go on holiday. Working in the hospitality industry, I was exposed to tourism and all that. I said, I want to go on holiday. I want to go to see places. My coming to South Africa was more an excursion. My intention was not to come here and stay.
Yeah.
I just saved money. I wanted to come to South Africa, see things.
Yeah.
I wanted to come see Durban and what have you. And fortunately, around the same time, my brother he had a project he was working with here somewhere, Mpumalanga. Near Summerfield.
Wait,
Summerfield?
Yeah, here in KZN.
Yeah, Summerfield, the Mpumalanga side of Summerfield. If you know the South African politics during the days of Bonkabi and the Gwalas, there was violence in the Natal Midlands that time. And some NGOs were trying to play a role in reducing that by resettling people, electrifying, resettling people, and my brother was involved in that project. Uncle Ranga, yeah, and to some sort. I don't have the specifics though.
Yeah.
But then I came to Durban, saved money, took leave where I was working in Harare. And
the hotel.
Yes, and the restaurant flew to Durban,
Mm-hmm.
and I had intentions as well to further my studies. And I remember walking up, going to UKZN to try and
UKZN?
Yes, to try and find what programs they had, but at the same time, being a young man, just to try and just be,
Yeah.
be and
and you're looking out all the girls, having beer.
And actually, I met your mother that very time. At the city hall. So there I was, did my thing, walked. I wanted to go to the beach.
And just tell me about I want to hear about how you met her, how she blew your mind, and how you were like.
Then I went to the UKZ and saw the people there, tried to register and applied. And at the same time, I'm like, I'm on holiday. I'm going to go back to Zim. I'm seeing people. I'm making friends. I'm going to the beach. I'm becoming a beach bummer. Every day I'm just swimming at the beach. And I'm just by myself.
Yo, Pops, can I ask you a question? At that time, were you smoking Zol?
Yeah. At that time, I was in my youth, obviously.
How old were you?
22.
22, my age, yeah?
Yeah, your age. I would say 22, 23.
Yeah, and that's when you got that, that Bob Marley poster that you left in Escort. That Bob Marley, I ended up taking it and putting it in my room there. That Bob Marley one, made out of cardboard, made out of planks, and that Bob Marley poster.
Yeah, before then, you remember I used to have dreadlocks.
Yeah,
and all that. By then, I think I had just not started growing my dreadlocks, but I was very into the reggae thing, reggae scene. I loved my reggae. Growing up in Zim reggae, the reggae scene was very big.
Yeah.
To this day, I love my reggae music. That.
Yeah.
When you were a kid growing up, you used to sing along to all that music.
Yeah.
But then I.
The mic, Pops, just make sure.
Then I was just walking around Durban. I'm still here. How I stayed was while I was in Durban, I was at the beach walking about, and I met a guy.
Yeah, sorry, I just want to.
And I just asked him time.
Yeah.
And he was like, "You got a funny accent. Where you from?
Where you from? Yeah, like where you from?
What you doing here and what have you?" And I was like, "I'm from Zima. I'm here intending to further my studies, and I came to UKZ and to find out about the programs in hotel management and whatever to further my studies, and I'm intending to go back to Zim." And he told me he owned a hotel.
Serious?
Yeah.
Was this a black guy, white guy?
He was a white German guy.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey,
is this before or after you met Mom?
I can't really, maybe more or less the same time, because I met your mom when I was at that excursion.
I want to know how you met her.
I'll come back to that.
Okay.
But then when I met this guy and we were just talking, and he's like, "Oh, tell me, what is it? You know, what training do you have? What is it?" And he's like, "Hey, you're well spoken and you know a lot of this." And he tells me he's got a hotel in the Drakensberg. I'm like, "Where is that?" And explains to me. Then I was like, "Oh, okay." From my geography, I'm picturing things. And he's like, "Okay, here's my number and what have you." I'm like, "All right." He goes away. I carry on with my holiday,
smoking zone.
And I've got time all by myself. I'm starting to run out of money. Then how I met your mom was I was at the City Hall.
Yeah.
At downtown Durban. I befriended one of the security guys who was the doorman at my hotel where I was staying. He found me sitting and he greeted me, and it was his off time, and he's like, "Hey, what you doing here, whatever?" And I'm like, "No, I'm just chilling. I don't know what to do. I'm just bored. I'm thinking." And I'd seen her more than once, and she was coming and going there. So she came to me asking me if I'd seen somebody, and she was speaking in Zulu. So I said to her, I don't understand what you're talking about. And she just laughed at me and says, oh, man, how come? Because she was supposed to meet somebody, and she's asking me,
have you seen the
was
person
some-
wearing
yeah,
this
we're
and
supposed
that?
to meet here. And I said, no, she says, no, she had seen me. I've been there for quite a while. I should have seen whoever
Yeah, who was
she was
passing
supposed to
around.
meet, whether a boyfriend or whatever.
Yeah.
I said, no, I've been here for, I didn't see such a person.
Yeah.
And who is it? Is it a man?
Is it
Is
a
it a
man? Is it a
boyfriend?
woman?
And if you're looking for a man, you found one.
That was, hey, you're very slick. You're very sweet with your words,
I'm
bro.
like, no, look, stop looking.
I'm right here, baby.
I'm here. You've been, and I'm bored. Let's. I want to go to the beach.
Yeah.
We went to the beach. There was still the wheel there. We walked out. We played games and whatever. And yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's how you met her. Oh, that's crazy, man.
and not knowing she was working closer to that hotel guy I had met earlier.
Yeah, that the German guy.
Yes. So not knowing she was working close to this very same place. So then I ended up visiting Mlazi, seeing places. Then I was like, schools were about to open. Then I was like, oh, okay, she's working near the Drakensberg. That guy is in the Drakensberg. Let me phone him. Went to the pay phone, phoned him.
There's no WhatsApp.
It was a German guy with the name Gammon. Phoned him and he said, hey, sure, come see me. I went there and I rocked up. By then I was broke.
Yeah.
And he says, no, yeah, I don't have people who are qualified. What can we do here? I like you. When can you start?
Yeah.
And I pretended I wasn't homeless.
Yeah.
And I
Pretended
said,
like as if everything is good.
It's good.
And
yeah. And he's like, okay.
So you are homeless now. Where were you staying? Because now,
Remember, now I've moved from Devon to go see this guy in the Drakensberg.
yeah,
Obviously, he owned a hotel. I could stay maybe for a day or two at his hotel
yeah,
while I'm sightseeing and I'm proving myself to him.
yeah. On
And I'm
probation.
making sure that I'm not going to move from here.
Yeah.
You know, not even proportion. I'm here to stay.
You're here to
At the
stay.
back of my mind, but I'm not
You know.
putting that up
Yeah.
front.
You need to not. You need not show this. You need not to show that you wanted like so badly and things are bad for you, because then the tables turn. You need to be in power. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you need to dominate the
So
situation.
he's like, what, I'm like, could be in the kitchen, housekeeping, front of office, front desk. I'm an all-rounder. I'm on holiday. All I need to do is extend my visa. By then, you had to, we were applying, Zimbabweans had to apply visas.
Yeah.
He said, no, you have to go to Lady Smith,
Mm-hmm.
to Home Affairs to extend your visa. So I went to Lady Smith with him, actually, because he needed to go buy supplies.
Yeah.
Extended my visa for another 90 days with him.
90
Came
days.
back and he says, okay, try the kitchen. Tried the kitchen. I'm already training people, housekeeping, whatever. And he was happy with me. And he ended up saying we need to get a work permit and whatever. And the rest is history.
No, there's no history here, Pops. I need to know. After that, what happened? What about the time when you were staying in Pretoria, and there was this guy there, and you were staying at his place, and like, Pops, I need to know all the
the
details.
No.
Go in
All right,
detail.
no, that's fine. We'll go into it. We being worked in the nest in the Drakensberg with Mr. Kaman. Worked there for years. Your mom was teaching not far from where I was working.
Yeah.
We got married.
Yeah.
A few years down the line, you were born.
Yeah. 97.
Yes, you were born, and being a very rural Escort, small town, the prospects of anything were very limited to what I was experienced to.
Yeah.
And I said, no, we need to move out of this to a bigger city.
Yeah.
There's more for me.
Yeah.
I was very
There's no
curious.
growth in your scope.
I had not seen anything.
Mm.
I'm just like, this is not it.
Mm.
We gotta move. We couldn't do that. Your mom was comfortable in escort. Her career.
She just gotten a job and everything.
I don't know, her career, and maybe her outlook to life was just totally different to mine.
Mm.
I wanted more. I wanted to see more, do other things, and we just couldn't agree. And I was like, it's fine. I'm moving to the city. I'm moving to the city. I'm going to Pretoria. By then, I had my South African way of life, immigration and everything figured out. I was now a bit slicker, bored of the tourism and thing in the Drakensberg. And there was a guy who used to visit his girlfriend at the hotel.
Yeah.
And I went to Joburg, visit him once, trying to suss out Joburg, see things, came back. Then, by then, my boss had a problem with my work permit. He didn't mind. Yeah, he didn't mind me working, even though I didn't have a work permit. But I wasn't enjoying it there anymore because it was a family-owned hotel. The prospects of
growth
were very limited. There was nothing. He just was okay with me doing whatever he wanted me to do.
You were a chef there by then, I'm sure.
All-rounder.
All-rounder.
I could be in the kitchen. I could be housekeeping. I was well-spoken. I just could be. As a homeless guy, I was just okay living in a hotel, working in a hotel, doing whatever needed to be done.
Yeah.
The guests loved me. The boss loved me.
Yeah.
But I'm getting frustrated that I need
There's
to
no
find.
growth.
I need also to find myself.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
So then I couldn't just go to Joburg and look for a job while I was staying there and applying through. It was just very difficult. So I quit the job.
Yeah.
And went to Joburg.
Yeah.
To the guy. He was from Malawi, actually.
So when you got to Joburg, so when you quit, what were you going to do when you get to Joburg? What were you planning on doing? Where were you planning on staying?
No. The thing is 90. In the early 90s, there was a lot of
just pull the thing closer to you.
Lot of prospects. South Africa was it has just attained independence, and there was a lot of positivity and what you call a lot of doors had opened up for
us,
for a whole lot of things. And I was just excited that there were better opportunities there, though I didn't know what I was going to do there. But I just knew I didn't want to be in the sticks in the rural Drakensberg. I wanted to get out of there.
You wanted the big
I've got
city.
a son. I want him to grow up in a city. I need a house. I want good schools. I'm thinking the future and all that, which Drakensberg could not provide for me and for my ambitions. So then I went, stayed with this guy. And
who is this guy? How did you meet this guy?
This guy, he used to have a girlfriend at
the hotel.
Yeah. He used to come. We became friends. And went there to visit him, as I said. Then I told him I'm coming to Joburg. He's the only guy I knew
who was not from the Drakensberg and who was staying in Joburg.
He was in Joburg, yeah. So I went there and, got there. He had moved from where he was staying before now. Now he's renting.
Yeah. So you calling me like, hey man, I'm coming and I need a place to stay.
Yes, we were friends. But I'm not telling him I'm coming to look for it. I'm just visiting. He's just thinking I'm gonna rebound.
Yeah, you think you're gonna go like a week or two.
Yeah, but I got there now. I'm like, his situation had changed. Now he was renting at a place where he was like literally renting in a garage.
In a garage.
Yes.
Like
the house owner, he was a security guard.
Yeah.
So the house owner would come only maybe month end, that sort of thing. And
Yeah.
this guy was comfortable there because he was a security guard.
Yeah.
So he would hardly be at home.
So
So
now-
he just needed a secure place, his wardrobe and whatever.
The bed.
And there was a main kitchen where you'd go and cook and bed and sleep. And I'm like, oh, jeez.
So tell me about the garage. So now the garage, is it turned into like a, obviously there's a garage
Roller door.
and
He's got his bed
but
there.
cars don't park in it.
No, the owner could park his car in there.
So while you're sleeping, the owner would at 12 o'clock at night, you just hear the garage door rolling up like whoop,
Yep.
and then the car going inside,
Yep. That's
and
in
then the
Tembisa.
lights just hitting you while you're sleeping.
Yes, that was in Tembisa.
Oh, in Tembisa,
yeah.
yeah.
So
It's crazy though.
then we
Just imagine, Bob, while
So,
you're sleeping. the
yeah,
car
so
just comes.
and I'm like, I'm looking for a job and what have you. And these guys, the guy I was staying with and the people he hung around with, there were people who would go and look for jobs, as in knocking at doors. Whereas I want to go buy a newspaper or go to an internet cafe, and, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Because I knew I couldn't just. It was totally different.
Yeah.
So there I am. I'm like, the guys are like, "Hey, you're lazy."
Yeah.
I'm waking up in the morning,
Yeah.
buy a newspaper. I'm going through the classifieds. I'm thinking, what am I gonna do if this doesn't work out? I'm going back home
Back to escort.
or I'm gonna go back to Zim. Either way, I'm not that desperate, but I'm trying this. Let's see how it works. So one day, that was, I think, after 3 months. No, before then, the owner came home one night, like you were saying, and he opens his garage. He finds me sleeping there.
He's like, hey, who's this?
And he's
He's like,
"Who-"
hey, you
he's
come
like,
to rob my house. Hey, man.
He's like, who are you? Then I explained to him. Then I met guys who were selling. They used to sell. It was before call centers. I can't remember what they used to call it. Marketing. Guys used to walk around carrying bags full of things like knives, kitchen utensils, and they're selling insurance.
Yep.
And they're selling AA, they're selling, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
Then I
stuff,
made friends. They say, no, let's go downtown.
So that goes
Downtown
to people's houses
Joburg.
and selling
offices, eh?
offices.
Yeah, downtown Joburg, Hillbrow, downtown Joburg. What's this place? I can't remember.
Yeah.
Downtown Joburg, we go to sell. Like you briefcase everything, tie, and we're going and we're selling, and it's
so what were you
marketing.
selling?
We're selling AA,
The insurance.
Yeah. We're selling utensils,
Knives and
forks. You're selling pots.
Yeah.
You're selling anything. It was before the call center. Can you imagine a call center in this day that sells everything?
What year was
But
this?
literally, you have to. It's before call center where you have to go and explain and demo.
Yeah.
And
You need to
demonstrate
show
to
them.
people this is
This
and
how it
going
works.
there, oh, jeez.
Yeah. and you're getting paid commission.
Yes,
Yeah.
it was commission driven, eh? And you go to these offices, you check out the notice board. It's saying 14th floor, John van der Merwe, and the security asks you, who do you want to see? Say, I'm here to see John.
You don't even know
Because
who
you want to go.
so you need to know John.
You
John
want
is
to go to
is the director.
You want to go to the top
To the
floor
top
so
floor.
you can walk.
Yeah, so you can walk down.
You can walk and not go into all these offices and try and hustle. It was crazy.
Yeah.
And,
I'm sure it was crazy.
and did that. Didn't like it.
Yeah.
The
So you were getting paid commission.
commission.
So was there a basic salary, or you're not getting paid if you don't sell anything.
They worked it out like some sort of a pyramid. You work your way up, and as you are working, you're supposed to recruit as well. More people below you, the more people you recruit that are also working under you, you earn points, and the more money you make, and that
so
sort of
like,
thing.
It's like
that
a pyramid scheme, basically.
Basically, and you try to hustle and selling and whatever, and it was quite something else. And struggling with the lingo, Jobe kind of like KZN. My Zulu was fairly good. Isu to
something else.
I couldn't boa.
I like it. It'd be there like
and I couldn't prat as well as Afrikaans and all that. But hustled. While I'm hustling that way, I'm checking the newspapers and I saw an advert. Fortunately, that time also there was a lot of embassies coming into South Africa. South Africa had attained independence, and embassies were coming in, and the embassies were looking for butlers. So I read this advert. It didn't really say embassy; it just said executive household look after. And then I'm like, I think I can do this. Can do this.
But you also like,
what
exactly are they saying?
What are these? But this sounds exciting. So I caught a taxi to Pretoria. Went to Pretoria, phoned the lady. She was running a business from her own house in Waterkloof in Pretoria. Her name was Rosemary. Got to the house, ring the bell. She had a very good setup in the suburbs, where she would train people and place them. So I get there, I speak to her, and she's like, I've got nothing to teach you. I can place you right away. I've got embassies and whatever, and there are embassies looking for exactly somebody like you. I've got an ambassador who has just come in, and they need a butler to look after the household, like a hotel, make sure the cars are clean, the gardens are tip-top, the flowers are the food is good. They eat, they entertain, and I would want you to go there. And
in the embassy?
The embassy, you can do maybe a day or two. If they're happy, we take it from there. I can't teach you anything, because she was actually getting people who could only read and write and train them. And I was like, now helping her to train people. Being homeless now, I stayed with her.
Everywhere you go, you make sure you get, when there's accommodation,
so she's
you
like,
take
now
it.
I'm helping her, I'm showing these people, this is how you hang curtains, this is how you fold saviors, this is how you set a table, this is how you, and I'm telling her I need to go off. I'll take off and go sit at a park. And she would think I'm going to
home.
Somewhere where and I'm sitting at a park, sitting with friends, and I come back again. So, tell her whatever.
Tell her that you were going to see your uncle.
Or whatever.
She'd be thinking, hey, this guy's got a life. He's going to see.
So she placed me there. Then I went, and this guy, the ambassador of Venezuela. Venezuela had an embassy in Namibia, and they relocated to South Africa, Pretoria. While I was with this lady, I actually even helped them to find a residence, and I didn't have to go back to Tembisa. I was lucky because when they arrived, I was placed with them the very same time. They'd move out of a hotel and find a residence with me, set up, assist them find a gardener, find a driver. I'm there with them. I'm cooking. I'm now doing. The ambassador says, okay, he gives me recipe. Can you do this? Can you do ravioli? Can you do filet mignon? Can you mix cocktails? Can you do
risotto?
Packing? I'm like, no, easy. I'm flipping all. He's like, no, it's we cool.
We're cool, we
cool, and he didn't know I was in Zimbabwe.
They didn't know.
No, I didn't have to. It was just my thing.
So you didn't tell people you're from Zim?
No, I didn't. I was just trying to find my way, and there was just too much. I didn't want to have anything negative.
Yeah, that will mess up your hustle.
Mess up my hustle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get it.
yeah.
I get it.
So, I'm being a butler. So, I've got a home. I've got a job.
Yeah.
I'm lucky. I've got security. I don't have to.
You
I've
got
got
everything.
food.
You got cars.
I've got food.
got
I've
food.
got everything.
You got accommodation.
Yes. I tell my friend, I phone him in Tembisa. I'm like, no, I'm cool. I'm coming. Now, I couldn't really tell this guy in Tembisa what was happening because we were now at a different level, and I didn't want him to think differently had this not worked out. So I was just like, no, I'm giving you space. I don't know. I'm trying out things. You know how it goes.
Yeah,
I'm trying
yeah.
out things. I
Yeah.
don't know. And I might come back. And where are you? And because it was also becoming uncomfortable in Tembisa.
Yeah.
Actually, when I was in Pretoria at the embassy, the very first month we had settled at the embassy, I remember walking the streets of Waterkloof.
Yeah.
I was going downtown. A car drove past me
Yeah.
and stopped.
Yeah.
You know, like a car is driving past you, lock eyes.
Yeah.
The car stops like 100 meters and it reverses.
Yeah.
And it was my niece.
Yeah. It's Tanaka.
No, Priscilla.
Priscilla, yes, I remember you told
Priscilla is my auntie's daughter.
me.
She was working at the Zim embassy
Yeah.
in the same area. She sees me, she's like, Sekuru. You know, she just saw me. I'm like, yeah, Mzukuru, what's up? Yeah. And by then, I'm supposed to go to Tembisa, you know? Yeah. Or I'm thinking, should I go visit a friend? What do I do? And, you know, where am I going? I need to leave the embassy for a weekend. And Priscilla sees me and...
Obviously, now the eyes meeting and you probably saw her the first time, you're like, hey, could it be? Should it? Would have? You're like, nah, it's not her. Then you keep on walking and she's thinking the same thing. Hey, is that Eddie?
Actually, there was no doubt. There was no doubt. There was no doubt. Because when the road had a curve, so I'm walking on a curve where she could see me head on, and she's going, and she saw me, and I saw her.
So what?
And I'm trying.
So,
and
Auntie Priscilla, like, did you guys grow up together or what?
She's my Zuguru. Her mom is my auntie Tete. So there was no doubt.
Yeah.
There was no doubt. She just saw me like, Zuguru. Like, she's trying to stop, but try and read traffic, you know. Yeah. Then she stopped in reverse, and the kids are like, Mom, what's wrong?
Happening?
She's like, no, that's my sister. And she reverses, like, I'm like, hey, where you going? And
that moment, like, hey, what's happening? How are you? What are you
doing? Where you going? Jump in the car. We going. My house is down there, and I'm like, okay. We went to now I had a place to go over weekends.
Yeah. Yeah. Now you don't have to lie and say you're going to the park.
No. I still go. I would go and spend weekends. By a place and carried on working at the embassy. So
now you meet Priscilla. And you're just telling me how you now have a place to go and hang out with your family member. You don't have to be like saying you're going to the park and everything like that. You actually have a place to go. You got family in Pretoria. You shocked that you have family. It's exciting. You're happy. You go home. You go have lunch and stuff like that. Because I'm sure home was far. Home was in Zim.
Oh, it was in Escort.
Oh, Escort, where I was. So you'd probably come now and then to Escort.
I have to come to Escort once a month.
Yeah.
Like that sort of thing, month end.
Yeah.
But not every weekend.
Yeah.
And so obviously couldn't work for 3 weeks in a row without getting off. And that helped. And it was quite fun. It was quite also very nice to have Priscilla and her family around. They were also working in the diplomatic community,
Yeah.
and I was working for an embassy, and it just helped to settle in Pretoria, do my thing, do my hustle.
Yeah.
Worked at the embassy there.
And then what happened? I'm sure.
Of Venezuela. While I'm there, getting frustrated, hitting the ceiling.
So Pops, you need challenges. You're a person who when you see that, you know what, you've mastered this, there's no growth left here for you, you on to the next one. You just try and find the next challenge and the next goal, and you try and find the next milestone or the next, you need
No,
that.
it was more like feeling this is not my thing. This is not my thing. This is more a convenient thing to do for now.
Yeah.
Until I find something that I'm really meant to do or comfortable with.
Yeah.
This is survival.
Yeah.
I just can't be sitting on my laurels. I need to eat.
Yeah.
I need to do something until
I need to eat as well.
This is not it, but for now, it's part of the journey.
Yeah, it's part of the journey.
Yeah,
exactly.
I'm going to get somewhere, but this is not it. I'm not just going to be a houseboy. Yeah. I'm not going to just be a butler and have this a nice job title and just think all is hunky-dory. No, I wanted something that I knew was concrete, something that I would feel comfortable that there was a future. So while I was obviously at the embassy, I was also still looking.
Yeah.
Because remember, the embassy, there was limitations on what I could do, and what I aspired to do. It was sort of a job that suited somebody who is in the infancy of their career, starting or at the end.
Yeah.
Where somebody is seen it all, they just
want to relax. They just want to
relax.
chill.
Not where I was.
And they want to be comfortable.
Yeah, not where I was. For me, I was getting frustrated.
How old were you at that time?
Okay, but this is not it. I would say we're looking at when 97, 98, 99, 2000, thereabouts. I'm turning what? I'm in my late 20s now.
Late 20s now, yeah.
Yeah. And I'm thinking, no ways. But by 30, I need to be really finding my feet. And this is just not it. I need to do something.
There?
So while I was there, I'm checking my newspapers. I'm still looking. I never stopped looking. And obviously, while I was there, there was a time where I just stopped looking to try and really establish myself, have the comfort of knowing I've got a kid, I've got income. Let me just not be all over. Let me put my head in one place. Then I am going through my job searches. I find an advert in the newspaper, and I remember it was on a Thursday, and it was the closing date.
Yeah.
And the advert goes, they're looking for a catering and hostel manager for an institution. They're talking about this experience and whatever, hotel background and what have you. And I'm thinking, I think I can do this.
Yeah.
But then my CV was not talking to the job.
Yeah.
So
You wrote it?
I handwritten.
Handwrote it?
Yeah. Handwrote. I didn't have time to go to the internet cafe to type whatever. I didn't have a laptop or anything.
And printed,
and my handwriting is not one of the best.
Yeah.
Right.
like mine. You know, Ken and Precious and Ollie and Zayn and all the guys in the office, they're always making fun of my handwriting, and Steve and them. They're always making fun of my handwriting. So now they know where I got it. If they're watching, if Ken, Ollie, Steve, and you guys are watching, Presh, Zayn, you guys know where I got my bad handwriting from.
Then I wrote this thing. I wrote and I went to fax machine. We had a fax machine at the embassy. I sent a fax to. I didn't know what place was, where there was just a number. They don't really say.
Yeah.
Then it was in the morning, I think around 9ish,
yeah,
10ish. Around 2-3 in the afternoon, my phone rang. I had a cell phone, an Alcatel. We just had phones that could
The
receive
big
it.
ones, I'm sure, at that time.
My phone rang, and the guy on the other end of the phone is like, he starts laughing.
You're like, what the hell's going on? Why are you laughing?
I'm like, he's like, we've never received a handwritten CV, an application and cover thing written this day. All is typed and whatever. And what? Hey, who are you?
Who are you?
He's asking me, I'm like, I'm watching. He's like, I want to see you.
Yeah.
He's like, but I like what you
The
have here,
creativity.
your experiences and where you've been and everything.
So it looked good.
And yeah, he's like, the handwriting aside and everything, but I want to see you.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where are you? He gives me the address. It was not far from. I was familiar with the place. So I said, he said, like, are you busy? I said, no, yes, but I can come see you. So I went, took a walk.
It was not far from
It
there,
was
so.
not far. It was like 2 or 3 Ks. Saw the place. I went and saw the guy and saw the place. I was like, wow.
This is Optima now.
This is the National Council for the Blind. I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, not institution. This is what I'm looking for
Exactly, yeah.
now. And what do they do here? Blind people. What's this now? What's
Yeah.
happening? And there's blind people all over.
Deaf people
and,
too.
Not really, mainly visually impaired. So we go to his office. He's like, I'm busy. I'm busy. I'll phone you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay. I went away.
So
I've seen the place.
yeah.
I've seen the guy.
Yeah.
But he tells me he's busy.
He's busy, yeah.
Then
Who's this guy? Do I know him?
He was the HR manager
Yeah.
guy, and he says
probably don't know
you'll
him.
phone me. So I'm like, oh, what has happened now? I'm like, I think he didn't like what you're going through them. I'm like, what, maybe he's pretending to be busy or whatever.
Yeah.
He phones me the next day. He's like, when can you come for an interview on this day? What have you? I said, no, yeah, definitely I will.
Yeah.
Then I went to type my CV,
Yeah.
do a properly typed CV, covering letter and everything. And on the day of the interview, I was actually working, and I was running a bit late. On the day the ambassador was entertaining. So soon after entertaining the other ambassadors, big lunch, I got out, ran there. They were expecting me. So the lady at the reception says, no, I'm expecting you, Mr. Taruvinga. Take a seat. I said, I need a bathroom. I'm sweating, And went to the bathroom. Got there. There's no towel. And went back. I said to the lady, I really need to refresh myself.
Yeah.
It's hot. I'm sweating.
Yeah.
She says, no, you can take your jacket off.
So you probably now nervous and all that.
No, I'm sweating, and I'm thinking I can't even ask for a towel. I take my shoes off. I take my socks. I wet them to use my socks to.
Are you serious, Bobs?
Yeah, it was on a summer day.
Yeah.
I'm like, what's gonna happen? Then she's like, oh, they'll call you just now.
So you took you went to the bathroom.
Yes, to the toilet.
You took off your
My
socks
socks to use them to wet them.
to wet them, and then you refreshed yourself and you freshened up
from the sweat.
from the sweat.
I was sweating because I walked, half walking, half running to that interview.
Yeah, because you were late and everything. You needed to make sure
I
that
needed to be just there on time. Then,
Yeah.
but when I got there were another 2 people.
Yeah.
But I didn't know they were there for the interview
Yeah.
because it's just a reception area. I can't tell what they're doing there. They're just being called and they go away and they come
Yeah.
back. So the lady at reception, she's later on says to me, she's, can you come with me? Because she was taking us one at a time, but I
Yeah.
don't know where we're going. And she says, no, it's your turn. Please come. So we went up, and there I was with my envelope folder, greeted everybody, and introduced, and the guy started joking about my handwritten CV and application letter and covering letter, my poor handwriting. Then I'm apologizing for that. I said, no, I've got well typed. And he says, no, it's too late. Keep those to yourself.
Yeah.
We will use these. And the blind guys had already braille the printed ones where they were reading in braille. This,
your CV.
They converted my CV for the blind
Was
guys.
Guru there? Uncle
No.
Guru?
The Guru, he wasn't there. There was Dr. Roland and the other guys.
I don't know those guys.
You don't know those guys. So then it was okay. We went through the interviews. Everything went well. I didn't know whether everything was going well or anything. Went through the interview. Then I was going out.
Yeah.
When I got to the bottom, I went to the bathroom.
Yeah.
The lady at the bottom at the reception, she looked at me and she said to me, "Hey, why did you stay so long in there?"
The reception lady.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, what do you mean? She's like, out of all the people they've been seeing, you stayed the longest.
You stayed the longest, yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
She
just laughed. She says, hey, you stayed more than...
Too long, yeah.
You said it too long. The other interviews were shorter than yours. I'm like, by how long? She says, no, you stayed very long in there. I'm like, I don't know, because I couldn't tell how long.
Exactly, you're not judging.
I also wanted to get away from that place. I'm like,
you're rubbing your face with your
then
socks.
She's like to me, I think you were telling them what they want to hear. I'm like, maybe. Then I left.
Now you're getting excited because now
I'm not sure.
There's a sign though.
No. But I'm like, I think because the trick was let them not allow me to open my mouth.
Yes. I know you. You always say that. You always say that. But Pops, tell me what exactly what back then you obviously were driven and you were motivated and inspired by wanting greatness and achieving your goals, and you knew what you wanted. You obviously had high standards and shit and stuff like that. But what exactly was your drive?
I think my the difference was my experiences. I was against people who either were too mainstream. You get it? Yeah. People were always saying either they've got the degrees, they're from college, and this is the experience they have there from the hotels, and they think they can have it. They were just the experiences. My experience was too diverse. Yeah. I've been to too many different places, done different things, and sacrificed, and I wasn't choosy. I'd picked dog poo, I've cooked, I'd done everything. Yeah. I just had so much they couldn't believe why I was looking for something.
Job, because you're so
when I'm even reading my CV, they're like, but who does this?
Exactly.
My CV was just too busy. Yeah, too diverse. In a way, diverse. And I had that potpourri. The mixture of everything. It was what are those sweets? All sorts, yeah. All sorts of expertise in one CV. Sorts, but in that direction. So and the guys were like, "Geez,
this is ideal."
This is.
Are you lying? They probably thought you were lying or something like that.
No, there was.
But obviously, when they saw you on the interview and they interviewed you and they saw you in person, they were convinced that you know your stuff.
Yeah, I knew my stuff, and I'm well spoken. I'm telling my story. I've got references and everything. They said, "Okay, all right, thank you, Mr. Taruvinga. you will hear from us either way it goes,
Yeah.
and goodbye. And the lady was like, but you stayed the longest
Too
there. I
long.
think you're the one. That's
Yeah.
what she said to me. But I don't know. I
Yeah.
shouldn't be excited. Went back to my job
Yeah. To the embassy.
and carried on with my frustrations. The job was frustrating. I was starting to get really bored there.
Mm.
And the frustration was coming from staying in the household with the ambassador and them, and seeing their domestic, you just with living with this family, there were their issues and you part of it, and it was just not
too
for
much.
me.
It was
It was just not for me.
problems you don't need.
I wanted to have a job, go to a job and get out of that, not to be involved in their,
Yeah.
But
What would happen, like, when you mean involved? How do you mean involved? Would they like? Would you just watch?
You literally living. I was living at the residency.
Yeah.
If the ambassador fought with his wife, I would know
Yeah.
and hear
Yeah.
or separate the fights.
Yeah.
And when they're happy, entertaining, I'm there, and there was no prospects of growth in my career, and I
Yeah.
knew that wasn't my thing anyway.
Yeah.
So the guy phones me. He's like, when do you want to start? I remember it was around October.
Mm-hmm.
And by then, I was due for leave.
Yeah. Did he take leave and never come back?
So I was due for leave. So I said, it's all right. So I took leave.
Yeah.
Said, no, I'm going on leave. And I came to Escort.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of spending a month or so, I spent, because that was the time also the ambassador would go away to Venezuela, and they would take like 2-3 months away and that sort of thing. It will be quiet. Usually it's just me, security, the police, and that's
Venezuela's in Asia, eh?
No. So it's South America.
South America.
It's not
sorry,
in Asia.
sorry.
So
Yeah.
then I took leave and came to Escort, spent a bit of time with you guys. Then I went back.
And how was that growing up, Pops? How was I?
We'll come back to that. Then I went back to Council for the Blind, started the new job.
Mm.
And when my leave was finished, I just went to the embassy and said goodbye.
Yeah.
And I ended up spending a very good 10 plus years at the Council for the Blind. The best job I've ever had.
Yeah.
Good friends I made.
Yeah.
You have met my friends, Andre,
them,
all the
Guru.
good blind friends and them. And very fulfilling job emotionally and everything, though the money wasn't very good, but it was a job that made me content with myself. I think after everything that I went through, that job kind of made me realize there's more to life.
Yeah.
There's more to life than whatever I was chasing.
Yeah.
It made me happy.
But tell me, Bob.
Those friendships still exist to this day, eh?
I know Andre is still around.
Yes, we were talking just this past weekend.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Uncle Andre is. I remember when he came here to Durban to visit you at your crib, at your house, and he's still a dirty, funny, witty, crazy old man. He's still like, he taught me how to do this. You know that sound you make, that the whistle?
Mm-hmm.
You know that whistle? I'm trying to get it right, but I can't right now.
Yes.
Yeah. There's it. There you go. That's it. Yes, he taught me how to do that, and he taught me a whole couple of... There's this thing he used to do with a bottle cap. I forgot what he used to do, but he used to do something with the bottle cap, and he used to just do some crazy stuff. And it would be just... He's a nice guy. You wouldn't say... I don't know. He's blind, but like you kind of like just forget that when you with him.
Born blind, very independent.
Yeah.
Him and his brother, 2 brothers, born blind.
Yeah.
Crazy friendships, best. Let's for another day. Crazy stuff. I think we need a totally different podcast.
Yeah.
To go into that one, because that one is something else.
It's something else.
It's something else, and great friendships.
So, Pops, do you think we should call it quits now?
We could, and
Do you need to go to sleep?
We will. No, I'm excited. There's a whole lot that we could talk about, because that experience at the National Council for the Blind was just something else.
Yeah. What do you mean by something else? Like what? I Coco Antomatolo. There was all different. These were like these are the ladies that were cooking and cleaning and doing all the housekeeping and stuff.
It was just something else because there we were. There I was as the hostel and catering manager.
Yeah.
At the National Council for the Blind, looking after blind adults, newly blind.
Newly blind.
So like, and also and also veterans. When I'm saying veterans, I mean people who have been blind all their lives. Yeah. Professionals. I'm talking from newly blind guys to lawyers, advocates, doctors. When I'm saying doctor, I don't mean medical. I mean people who had doctorates and who had amazing careers. Your Steve Kekanas, your Dr. Maguves, who was chairing the SABC.
Yeah.
Your Judge Zaki Yakubs, who was the constitutional court judge.
Wait. Was he blind?
He is blind.
And Steve Kekane?
Steve, Steve, in first name terms. People, I've got their numbers on my phone.
Yeah.
The judges Zaki Yakub, who participated in writing the South African Constitution.
Yeah.
I'm talking from that spectrum of people. And there was
caliber
and traveling with them, and I ended up moving from doing the hostel and catering management to being an assistive devices specialist.
That's a crazy name.
Yes.
That's a nice job title.
Where I was responsible of importing from your talking watches, liquid level indicators, braille equipment, braille machines, kiddies, early childhood development, gadgets and books for young blind kids, visiting schools, traveling with Andre and the guys, doing placements for blind people, meeting people like Hilton Jeff Baba. He went to run the Comrades. He did the Kilimanjaro as blind as he was. His brother even actually flew an aeroplane in England, blind as well. And meeting amazing people. Traveling the world as well. Went to Kenya, to the World Blind Conference. Traveling to Australia. To all those blind conferences, and diversifying from being a catering hotel guy to that was just
mind blowing.
Yes, I enjoyed it.
Yeah,
it was very, 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 very. I had run out of words.
Yeah. Now I'm sure it was. I remember this one time when you were in the news, me and Mom were in escort, and you called me. You used to call me like every day. You used to be like, "Hey son, how's it going? How's school? How's rugby and all that?" And then this one time you said that you're gonna be in the news. I was still a kid. I believed everything you said. You know what I mean? I thought you were like, the best guy and all that. Still are the best guy. So you told me you're gonna be in the news, and then I told Mom. Mom was excited. We watched you on the news, and I forgot what age I was. Probably 11, 10, or something, or 12. And I saw you on the news, and it was crazy. The SABC crew came to the SA Council for the Blind in Pretoria, and they came to interview you. What was the interview about?
It was more about awareness, disability awareness, and there was a lot of advocacy in the disability fraternity, and they want to tell a story about blindness in particular, what's happening, what opportunities, and awareness in general. And coming there, obviously me being the guy who stayed with the guys, and who looked after the people and everything, and they just happened to spend more time with me. And
they liked you more, I'm sure.
Yeah, tell us what's and they didn't want a story from
a corporate person who's going to
maybe clinical. They just wanted a general overview of what it's all about and what have you. So when I was listening, and one guy asked me, and he says, no, you come, you telling it very well. We gonna
do you
and we went and it just rolled and
I remember. I don't even remember because I was so young. I don't know what age I was, but I was still in primary, obviously, and I know I was like excited seeing my pops on TV, and I probably went to school the next day and I was telling my friends, and I was like, "Hey, my dad was on TV, my dad was on news," and I'm sure back then I had a big smile. I know, in fact, I was excited seeing you on TV. And I had a big smile, and I was excited to see my father, right? But probably, you know, when you're young, you don't really notice when you grow up, you kind of get embarrassed of becoming too happy, too sad, and stuff like that. People seeing you with a big smile, people think you're crazy or something like that. But back then, I had a big smile watching my papa, like, you know, and it was nothing. I was like, hey, I'm a kid. I'm happy. It's my father on TV. What do you want me to do? So I know I had a big smile. I know. I was excited seeing you on TV, and because I didn't see you every day, so like you
used to visit in Pretoria, and I remember you guys used to enjoy the company of all the blind guys. You were so much in awe, and you met friends, and watching the guys walking, helping the guys around, and following them around.
There's a guy that used to play a piano, right? This guy was not only blind, he had no fingers.
A
black guy.
He had like leprosy, and he had like short fingers. And he had like maybe 2 fingers, and he used to.
That guy, he was blind, no fingers. I couldn't even play. I still can't play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on a piano. That guy used to play Ray Perry. He used to play some what's this uncle's name? Uncle
Hugh's
Uncle Hugh. He used to play Uncle Hugh's tracks. He used to like play Oliver Mtuku. He was out of this world. He was he was supposed to be like playing in an orchestra or something like that.
Yeah, he was. I remember that guy as well.
And there's another guy that used to swim a lot.
Oh yes, they like you're saying, the guys would swim, playing cricket, playing soccer.
Andre
remember playing soccer with Andre?
Yeah, I remember playing soccer with Andre. and me and Mo International would think that, hey, we're gonna dribble this blind man. Meanwhile, he can hear the ball, and he'd come and he'd take the ball from us.
And remember getting the soccer ball, wrapping it in a plastic bag, and tying it loosely. And when the ball
rolls,
and he can
hear it. He knows where it is.
And play and have lots of fun.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was a lot of fun playing with Andre. You remember when Mo used to like going to Andre's house? And then going into his couch, and so obviously the couch you've got like that cushion that you can pick up. Mo used to go under the cushion, and Andre used to come and sit down. Just sits down. Mo would wake up and move, and then Andre would be like, "Hey, what's going on?" Good times.
Good friends. Gura as well. Gura spoke all the 11 languages
of South Africa.
As blind as he was born blind.
Yeah.
May his soul rest in peace. Good friend. He passed away.
Easy, Guru.
Gura, he passed away. He had health issues. But great friends. Offense, we're still good friends to this day.
I know Uncle Offense.
Yeah, he was in Durban recently, and we just couldn't spend time together because I was out of town. But yeah, man, yeah, it's yeah. I think that side of the story of how I had to juggle careers, evolve. I think that we can tell as a different story on its own.
Yeah,
It's a story that I also find exciting to tell. When I tell people where I've been, what I've done, it's quite exciting.
You know, Pops, I'll tell you, I've told a couple of my friends that, like, people don't know your story. Like, your story is motivating for me. Like, you've been dirt poor. You know, you've came from the dust. After Optima, you know, stuff just went south. Like, you know what I mean? You just, like, you know, and that was motivating for me when I think of.
Oh, you're talking about when 2010?
Yeah, like
World Cup. No,
like,
that story I have to tell myself. Let me tell that story.
Okay, you tell the story. Sometimes I think you're not comfortable about telling the story. But
the story I think that I don't tell. The World Cup is coming to South Africa. I'm in the National Council for the Blind.
Yeah,
I've got a nest egg, a little bit of a pension.
Yeah,
I go into business with my brother-in-law, a restaurant business. I don't want to mention names, but it was a 5-star establishment where I put everything, including my time and all my savings. And my brother-in-law put a lot of money. And around 2010, we're looking at huge monies that we invested in that business, and things didn't go well, and we ended up losing money, going to court and everything, and I ended up jobless. If you remember that very well. I didn't have a job. And I had to sell food at the taxi ranks. Cook pap. And flakes. And buy curry buy curries and buy a mobile trailer.
Bought a trailer. Turned it into a kitchen.
Mobile kitchen trailer to the taxi rank. And cook myself and serve people. And you to try and make money and wake up at 4 a.m. to pull the trailer, the bank repossessing everything, the cars going. The cars were gone. The job was gone. It was crazy.
It
switched off. We absolutely just hate each other.
And that was crazy, Pops. Like, it was like mind blowing. I remember though, like I was 13, 14, 15. It was those 3 years.
You were becoming.
I was becoming a teenager. I remember that, and at that time you obviously were being occupied so much, and you and Mom divorced at that time, so you were not coming to escort, and I was coming to visit you every June and December, right? And there was this period where I didn't come for like a year, I think. And obviously at that time things were going bad and south for you, right? And I was like, yo, Pops, when am I coming? Yo, what's
trying
happening?
to balance that. I need to see you. I need to be strong.
You know,
I need to be the man.
Yeah.
I need to ment, and there's all that, and the roof was just collapsing.
Yeah.
Things went. Yeah, I remember, and going to the rank, cooking pap, and serving the taxi marshals, the taxi drivers, and pretending I'm one of them, and not trying to be smart and trying to fit into that, whether they shooting guns, and knowing all the pickpocket guys, knowing
you remember that guy,
knowing the Dacha guy, the drug dealer.
Who's that
just
guy?
Playing along and being in that environment.
Who was that guy, Pops, that had Zim dollars in his wallet so that he could look like he was rich? and he would like have like 20 Zim dollars and a couple of 10 rands, so that when he opens his wallet, people think he's got money. What is his name? Kenny.
Yeah, doing that. Yeah, it was quite that was an episode. I think those are the things that also makes you yourself to know that there's more to life. There's more to life. I'm still paying some of those debts to this day.
Yeah.
And even that episode that you touched, me and your mom divorcing, it wasn't an easy thing. It wasn't easy. Obviously, we grew apart, me moving to Pretoria and in Escort. Our outlook to life and our career paths and ambitions kind of moved in parallel.
Yeah.
And she was comfortable with what she was doing there. And I wanted more, and chasing, and it just couldn't work.
Yeah.
And there you were growing up, and there was your brother Tinashe coming up, growing up, and whatever. And I tried hard.
Yeah.
And as things were coming together,
yeah, it was crazy. And I remember visiting now, because I was like, I used to get excited I used to always love coming and spending Christmas with you guys. You know, we used to have a good time all the time. You used to give us presents and you used to make us go and hunt for our presents. You remember that? We'd go and hunt for a present. You say you'd create a map for us here, and Mom would create a map. And you say, okay, your present is in the oven. You go look in the oven, you find like a chocolate bar.
You do a treasure hunt.
A treasure hunt. That was epic. That was crazy.
It was crazy. And
going to the zoo. You remember when I almost broke my leg at the zoo?
Yeah, and you and Mo, you used to be very tight.
Yeah,
and my boy, rest in peace.
Yeah,
and yeah, that's another episode on altogether. My late stepson, your brother Quinton. He came into my life during that time when I married his mom. He was young, and I became the dad that he knew, and we became very tight. And he spent a lot of time with me.
Yeah.
A lot of time with me, to the extent that I think he knew me very well.
Yeah.
He from a distance, he could tell. He could look at me and read me and tell me, Dad, you happy, Dad? Let's do that. Or Dad, can you take a walk? Dad, you don't look good, and whatever. And you were not there.
Yeah.
And it just worked so well together, having you boys together and you guys doing a whole lot together, and playing together, loving each other and everything. And I miss him.
Yeah, me too.
I miss him. Him being around me that time was quite good. And actually thinking of it, when I lost my job, when I quit my job to go into business, and things went bad, Mom was hospitalized as well.
Yeah,
after.
I remember that.
And I'm jobless, and my wife is in hospital.
Yeah.
And it's me with Quinton, and I can't go to the taxi rank with the trailer. I'm cycling. Would you believe it? At some stage, we would get hospital food.
Yeah.
And eat hospital food at home.
I remember that. Yeah, I remember you telling me that.
Either I cycle or Quinton cycles to get hospital food, and Mom would save food for us from hospital. And we'd eat that food at home.
That's crazy.
And do you remember when we had that little BlackBerry phone and me joking, Ukonozo Lasha?
Yeah.
Things will be okay.
Yeah.
And
Pops, I think we'll need to cut it. I think we're gonna what's that? Is that Siri? Pops, it's been a good podcast. That camera stopped recording. I think that one is still going on. If it's not, then we've had a good conversation.
We will.
Definitely
Carry on.
another one.
We'll carry on. I would want us to carry on from the Quinton part and going forward.
Yeah. And we definitely need to carry on. I think I'm loving this podcasting thing. I think I'm enjoying it. It feels good. It's nice talking. Like, it's nice, you know. It feels nice. We've had a nice conversation. Besides the fact that we're trying to do a podcast, we also having a conversation. You know, we also connecting, and we're talking about more, and we're talking about, you know, like some bonding. You know what I mean? Like, we're doing some real connecting here. That's what I think. So I'm loving this. I think it was a bit.
In the beginning, it was a bit not so. I think I was worried in the beginning that I need to know what to do, but I'm enjoying it.
Yeah,
and I think we should do more. There's more of the story to tell.
Yeah,
I think we have touched on bits and pieces that I think we need to go and dissect more and open up more and tell this story more. And I'll be there. I'll anytime. There's more to tell. I want us to go and further and tell episodes that even of my career. We didn't talk much about my, I love my cooking.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't really touch into that much. More my boy, Quinton, my marriage, Tinashe, your brother, Chido.
Yes, my sister.
Your sister Chido, Shami. Yes, my brother Richard, Anthony, Tetekoni, Uncle Ranga, Uncle Sifas, and everybody, how Tete Junior, and everybody, how they've touched my life and everything. And I would want to tell that story. There's gonna be a whole, like, it's good. You know what I like is that we have so much more. Like, we have so much in store. We've got backloads of content we need to bring out. We've got we have everything for this podcast to be like a good and entertaining and intriguing podcast. We've got nice stories to tell. We've got some good stuff to talk about. But most of all, what excites me mostly, I also would want to tell the story about the trials and tribulations, career paths, what you youngsters can do, what one can do, how one can evolve and find their feet, the motivational side of things as well. I think that's also exciting on the sidelines. I don't know how we can do that, but we will figure it out. No, definitely. But for today, Shumba. It's been good, Shuba. I think we did well. For another day, Nyakrunga. Shuba. Ciao. All right. Thank you for everybody who's been watching until now. We will see you next time. Cheerio. Next time. Peace out.